don't stop here. Hold it down, I want it, I fist all here. Come it down, I wanna tie a beast up here. Home it down, you come in, I crystal clear. Why don't you be it too? All it too, feel it too, jog it too.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing you guys another chit chat. Get ready with me. We're gonna kind of do a recap of how 2017 has been for us, for me, and look on to 2018. Let's get straight into this video. Okay guys, I'm having to like drink milk. You know, after Christmas when you've just done too much, I just did too much. I did way too much, and this is probably TMI, but I've literally had like the runs since Christmas, since Boxing Day. Like, even when I go out with my friends, I can't even eat properly. I'm just out eating chips. I don't know why I ate. I don't know whether I've got a bug. So I'm just trying to drink milk and liquids and stuff, and hopefully that will settle it. Anyway guys, so let's jump straight into the chit chat. Get ready with me. I'm gonna be looking there because my mirror is like right there. I feel like this is becoming an annual thing to just do a chit chat, get ready with me towards the end of the year, where I kind of like recap the year and kind of talk about how I found it. I'm priming my eyelids with concealer. You know, I'm gonna use two mirrors. I'm gonna use a small one in front of me and one here. But 2017, I was having a discussion with my girls yesterday on how this year has gone for me. You guys know a bit about how this year has gone for me just because of the one, I want to say, major video that I released this year. That was just kind of talking about me not vlogging anymore for a while, and just how I've been feeling about it all. Even doing that video was very nerve-wracking for me. I literally like procrastinated doing that video just because out of fear of like what people would think. It was fear of what people would think, fear of people kind of ambushing me with messages, which kind of did happen anyway, but it was all love. Like, it was all it was love basically. I say it all the time, I'm very, very private, even with those I'm close to. Those I'm close to, they know my private life, but I don't, like, if something happens on like a Monday, I wouldn't tell them on Monday evening. I'm very I take long to process things. Like, I guess in that aspect, I'm still private with the people that I'm really close with. I just like to process things privately, and then when I've kind of figured out how I feel, what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, how I'm gonna tackle it, it was a bit like nerve-wracking to kind of do that kind of video because no one, like, basically like no one knew how I was feeling, what I was thinking. I'm open on my channel, but I'm not used to being that open. But I'm glad I did that video because the response was so overwhelming, and it just kind of showed me that that is what this platform, and that is why, you know, as cliche as it sounds, that's why we create content, because we create content that we love, and we just keep it, well, those of us that keep it real, we keep it real. We do it just so someone out there that's watching it can feel like, if Simi feels like this, or if this person feels like this and I feel like this, then it might not be so bad, or I'm not the only one, or I have someone that understands what I'm going through, all that kind of stuff. I was happy that I opened up in that aspect. Of course, on the other hand, it came with some interesting comments. A lot of people trying to self-diagnose me, which is the aspect of YouTube that I don't like, because this is what happens when you share your life. People feel like they have a say, or they feel like they have the right to kind of comment and critique how you do things, or why something is happening, or whatever. And that's the aspect, I want to say, of YouTube that I don't really like, and that's the one bit I kind of hated, like the aftermath of doing that video. Was a lot of people trying to self-diagnose me, a lot of people saying this and that about me, and it was just a bit like, ugh. Either way, I was happy that I did the video. Guys, I'm using Morphe palette. Guys, I got a new palette this Christmas. So I'm coming to snatch wigs. This year I told myself I am going to learn how to do eyeshadow, and I made sure I followed it through. And I told myself that I'm going to learn how to put on lashes, and I followed it through. Now I need to tackle winged eyeliner. I'm going to probably do a cut crease. I don't know, I'm gonna do something. As you guys know, this is not a makeup tutorial, but I'm gonna try and let you guys know what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I'm just using this color, and this color as my transition. In terms of 2017 and how this year has gone, this year has literally been a roller coaster of emotions for me. I haven't felt one particular way for, I want to say, like a long period of time. It's literally been like up and down. I've literally felt like I've been going up and down. That's the best way for me to describe it. I felt like I've been happy, I've been sad, I've been very, very low, I've been very, very high. Not high like that. It's just been a roller coaster of emotions. But one thing I would say is that this year has definitely felt like it's felt like a growing pains year. And I tweeted that the other day, that it's been a year of uncomfortable growth. It's been a year of uncomfortable growth, but it's been uncomfortable but necessary growth. So it's growth that I wouldn't necessarily want to do again next year. I've gone through seasons that I wouldn't necessarily want to go through again next year, but I know that it's been necessary for me to be the way that I am. And now looking at it on the other side, I do feel like it was necessary. You guys know that I went through a period where I just felt very, very, very low. If I said that it didn't affect my relationships and my friendships and stuff, I would be lying, because it did. And I felt like I went through a period of like isolation where I literally only had like one friend, and even then the communication was a bit orcs. But I went through a period of isolation. I'm now coming out on the other side. Everyone's continued moving on with their life as they should, and now I feel like I'm having to kind of like jump back into the swing of things. It's hard, but I'm just grateful that a lot of my close friends are understanding, and they know that, okay, this is what has been happening, so it's gonna take some time for Simi to kind of get back into the swing of things. Well, most of my friends that I've spoken to about it, they've been pretty understanding, which I'm very, very grateful for. When you're going through that period, the way you view things can be very negative, and naturally by nature I'm not a negative person. I'm a very happy, bubbly, usually the optimistic one. I'm usually the glass half full one. But when you go through certain things, you're just used to seeing things a certain way. So you're used to seeing the negative sides of things, you're used to seeing the glass always half empty, and that affects the way you behave, that affects the thing you say, the vibe that you bring. And like, I literally basically got told to pattern up the other day. It triggered me, but it was necessary. I basically got told to fix up. It's a bit of damn, is this what I've become? Because you get so used to being so negative and just being a certain way that you don't realise how far left that you've gone, and you don't realise how it affects people. No one wants to be around someone that's always negative, or no one wants to be around someone that isn't a joy to be with. When I got told to pattern, I was by my best friend, and he was just basically like, you cannot keep doing this. And I was just a bit like, what have I become? It was a necessary awakening, I would say. No one wants to be around the negative Nancy. Don't let the negative situations or the seasons you go through change who you are, because when you have left that season, you will be left with someone that you don't recognize anymore. And that's literally how I felt. I felt like I'm not the same Simi, and I'm literally having to train my mind again on how to think positively, and how to not be so negative, and how to think the best in circumstances and see the glass half full like I used to. One thing that's kind of helped me is I read this book called The Secret. Now, I've heard about The Secret plenty of times. I've heard about The Secret, but I've never actively gone out to read it, just because I didn't want to buy it. I think that was my issue. I just didn't want to buy it. Like, guys, let me do my eyeshadow now. I'll get back to y'all. I used the purple eyeshadows from the 35N palette to kind of deepen my crease. Now I'm going to use two Colourpop shadows. I'm going to use Weenie and Mousse. And I'm going to give myself like a, do I call it a cut crease? I don't know. I'm going to do something. I'm just going to speed this bit up. I know I've been talking a lot about the cons of this year, or how this year has been, but let's talk about the good things that have happened this year. So I did my first ever event. I think I kind of downplay how big of an achievement that was for me, because it literally just started off as an idea with me and one of my homegirls, Lope. We were just talking about something, and then I think I kind of mentioned to her that, oh, it would be really nice to do like a meet up slash event with my two favorite, like including my two favorite things, which are chicken and cake. It was a success. We sold out, and I think I kind of downplay how like pivotal of a moment that was, because that was one of the things that I had written down and said to myself that I am going to hold my own event this year, and I managed to do that. People have been asking for a part 2. I don't know if I can physically hack putting on a part 2, but let's see. I'll see how it goes. That was literally like one of my highs of this year, the chicken and cake party. I had so much fun. Everyone ate a lot, and it was just nice to hear the good reviews. Like, everyone was happy with the food, the cake tasted nice. It was literally good vibes, and I was so happy. Like, I was so happy for how that went. Also, this year we hit 1 million channel views, which is insane. Like 1 million views. It happened like the same week that I had posted my why I'm not vlogging anymore video, so it literally came as like a little reminder for me for why I do what I do. And of course, you don't do things for the numbers. When you genuinely enjoy something, you don't focus on the numbers, but the numbers do serve as a kind of point for you to know that what you're doing is something that's working for you, what you're doing is something that's progressing. And although we don't focus on numbers and it's not the end all and be all for us, it does help. Let's be real, if we said that numbers didn't help motivate and push us, then, you know, that would be a lie. For me, next year, I try to not speak out my goals and stuff, because I'm just very like, I feel like there's a lot of weird people, and I'm very like, not superstitious, but I'm very like, there are haters and there's enemies out there that are just waiting for your downfall. But for me, I would like to hit like 50k subscribers next year. Like, that is an aim for me in 2018. To hit 100k would be amazing, but like 50k for me, I would be very grateful. I think that's something that I want to put out there, because that's something I want to achieve. 50k subscribers, let's try and do it, guys. Let's try and push for 50k. This lighting is just, guys, please bear with me and the lighting. I don't know what's going on in the UK today. This year for me, despite all the stuff that I feel like I've gone through, because realistically this year hasn't been my best year. I think one thing that I'm gonna kind of pat myself on the back for is the fact that despite what has happened, I have still tried to manage to just push on. For me, that's an achievement, because I literally could have given up on everything and literally just thought, you know what, I don't want to do YouTube, I don't want to do any of this stuff anymore. Like, it's so easy to wallow in self-pity. It's easier, like, having to actively make a conscious decision to pick yourself up and not let your situation define you is what takes more work. I'm still very, very grateful for the highs that I've done. That's what I was saying. One of the things that have helped me kind of change my mindset and how I see stuff is a book that I read, The Secret. And I decided that in 2018 I'm going to get more into reading. I'm literally going to read so much, and I'm not talking about reading like stories and stuff. I'm talking about reading self-development books, books to develop me, books to help me change my mindset, books to help me think differently, act differently, and just kind of progress. And that is where my mind is at. I'm trying to make 2018 different for me, and the only way 2018 can be a different year is if I do different things. And the only way I can do different things is if I think differently, I move differently. And this isn't to say that I'm going to change myself or change my personality or change my behavior, but just in terms of how I think, how I develop my character, how I develop as a person. That is something that I really want to work on. I put out that I need book recommendations, non-fiction book recommendations, books that you have read that have helped your self-development. And a lot of people sent me book recommendations, and I've got a list, I've got a long list, and I'm aiming to go through all of those books this year. Like, that is the aim for me. I'm just really excited because I know that I don't read enough. I don't read at all. The only thing I read is my Bible. I've told myself that I can't say that. I can't keep saying that. You can't keep saying you're not a reader and expect to gain knowledge. Like, yes, I can gain knowledge visually, which is how I best learn. Yes, I can gain knowledge visually. Yes, I can gain knowledge audibly, but nothing beats like reading a book. Like, reading a book and gaining information. So I read the book called Secret, and my girl Tayo had actually read it. and she told me about it. She told me that, you know, it's a good book, a lot of things you would know already. I watched a video by Debbie Crown. She did some videos based on her reading The Secret, and I watched it and it was very good, and I thought, you know what, let me just read it. So I read the book, and at first I thought it was a bit like, ooh. But as I was reading it more, the principles and the core values and the things that they're teaching you are things that are very important, and the things that are very, it makes sense. So the power of affirmation, the power of what you say affecting what happens, and I'm going to do a separate video on this as well, because it has literally changed the way that I see things and I say things and I act and I move. And I've literally tried some of these things out and it has worked for me. Some of the things that I got from that book were keys, like gems. That book kind of helped me in terms of understanding, like, how I think, how I behave, like how I view things, and now I think I'm more conscious of what I think towards myself, towards other people, what I speak about my situations, what I speak about my life. I'm trying to get into the habit of reading more, because I wanna change my life next year. Like, that's what I'm literally on. Like, I'm going full throttle. I'm trying to go for the things that I'm saying I want to do. It's all well and good to put goals down and say, oh, it would be nice to achieve this, or it would be nice to achieve that, but what are you actually doing towards achieving those goals? I'm trying to be about action next year. It's nice to say, oh, this would be nice, wait for opportunities to come in your lap, and yes, sometimes opportunities do miraculously fall in your lap. Other times you literally have to go and chase it. So I'm back on my ish. I'm literally back on my ish. I'm just learning to constantly feed myself with things that make sense. I'm excited and I'm expectant, because I know what is required of me to be able to get the results that I want. And I'm literally going for everything that I want to do. Everything that I want to do. Well, not everything that I want to do at once, because timing is very key. But I'm literally going for, I'm coming to grab stuff. I want to network more, and I want to network more in terms of like the YouTube community that I'm in, because I feel like a lot of the time some of us can be very weary to network, because you don't want to seem like, oh, you're just begging it with this person just because this person has more subscribers than you, and I feel like a lot of people can be shallow. But how about like shooting your shot just because you actually want to be friends with this person? Like, I'm sure we all have that person that we see, or that person that we follow, that we genuinely want to be friends with. I want to have more like-minded friends, so more friends that are doing what I'm doing, because I love my friends. They can only understand what I'm doing so much. You're not actively in the same field, you can only understand someone's struggle, or you can only understand what someone is saying so much. And I think for me, I want more friends that are doing the same thing that I'm doing, that can relate. And I just feel like it's necessary. Iron sharpens iron. Any videographers, like, let's be friends. Any YouTubers, let's be friends. Like, I'm all about making new friends. Guys, that's another thing that I've learned this year. My social battery is a real thing. My social battery wears out so quickly these days. I don't even know what's going on. And it's them ones where I can't even like pretend that I want to be sociable. You can just see it in my face. I just get exhausted, guys. Like, jeez. By the way, I used Laura Mercier mixed with black opal powder to set my face, and now I'm just blending it all out. I love it. I really love it. I also aim for next year to lose weight, because this double chin is really forming, and I'm trying to be my best slim thick self. I don't want to be that slim, I just want to be slim thick. I'm trying to be my best slim thick self. We got a lot of work to do. I'm about networking, but at the same time I just really want to do me. I'm cool with a lot of people, and I relate to a lot of people, and a lot of people I can vibes with and stuff, but I realized that, like, for me personally, I haven't found a space that I fit in. I can be cool with this clique, or I can be cool with that clique. I'm cool with a lot of different people and a lot of different cliques, and this is in life, and this is how it was for me in school. I do remember being friends with a lot of different cliques, and I feel like that's just how I am naturally in life, that I can't be contained to like one circle. Even my friendship groups, I have a close core circle, but then I have many individual like circles of different people that I'm really cool with. If you feel like you don't belong anywhere, then just do you. Literally just just do you. Just do what you want to do to me. I literally just want to face my front. I literally just want to mind my business. Whatever happens along the way, whatever people I meet on the way, whatever opportunities I get on the way, I'm gonna be grateful for it. But I want to do my thing. I want to travel more, because this year I went to America, I went to Dubai, and I went to Portugal. So I only went to 3 places. But I really want to travel more next year. I want to create more things that are not just vlogs, not just sit down videos. I want to do more things. I want to do exciting fun things. So I need your help. I need you guys to let me know what things you enjoy watching. And I know that you guys love the vlogs, because that's initially what I started my channel and based my channel on. But I do want to do more things, and I need you guys to let me know what kind of things you're interested in looking at or watching. That's pretty much my face done. Woo, the sun has come out, guys. Guys, this is the finished beat. I just want to quickly talk about this hair, because you know this is the only time that I talk about hair, or my hair mainly is in my get ready with me's. This hair is by Longqi hair. They kindly sent it to me. I have got 4 18 inches and a 16-inch closure. It's been made into this lob for me. I wanted a lob style. I might colour it, because I don't know, I feel like I want some colour in my life. I'm not too sure, but this is what it is. I really love it. I love how minimalistic the style is. I'm probably gonna curl it like this week, because I've had it straight for a while, and I do like the curly messy wave vibe. When I first got it, it did have a smell, but when I've washed it and stuff, the smell went. I've got 1 spare bundle, so I only ended up using 3 bundles and the closure. No, yeah, 3 bundles and the closure, I think it is. Got the right amount of volume, it's not too heavy on my head, and yeah, I just really love it. This is my style going into the new year, so I really do like it. I hope you guys loved this chit chat get ready with me. I know I spoke about a lot of different things, and hopefully it all makes sense. Cheers to a new year. Let's try and get our goals, guys. In 2018, let's hit it. Let me know what some of you guys' goals are for 2018, and let me know what are some of your achievements for 2017. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. You guys already know what we about to do. I'll see you guys in my next video.
Feel it too, one crystal clear,